Good morning, everyone. This is Ida. I have been playing this morning, you guys. I had bought these dies a while back, and I had been wanting to play with them. I bought the dies, and I bought a stamp set that would coordinate well together. It wasn't from the same company, but I figured they would work well together. And one of the dies that I bought a while back, you guys, even before Christmas, was this LDRS stamp die. I love anything with postage on it. So when LDRS was having a sale, they had this stamp set in there. I don't even remember if this was part of their sale, but I saw this stamp set, and I really liked it. And now the one that I use is this one that says "Sending My Love." And I also use Sending You My Very Best, which is right here. But I really like the stamp set. Now, what's kind of unusual for me about this stamp set is that some of the stamps here, guys, usually stamps are rectangle, but these are squares. And so I had to find the stamp die that will cut the postage stamp shape, but in a square shape instead of a rectangle. And I did find one. So the one that I found was this one, you guys, and I did get it from China. So this is the one that I got, and these are squares. These are not rectangles. So that's what I really like about this die, because I knew it was going to work well with that stamp set. And then another thing that I use is this stamp set, this die set that I bought. I think I picked this up either at Hobby Lobby, you guys, or Tuesday morning. I'm not real sure. Might have been Tuesday morning. And it's a travel die. And the reason I wanted this for, again, was the postage, but the airplane right here. So, I don't really have anything that's really for travel. And when I saw that, I thought, well, maybe I could do something with it. So I picked it up. And here's what I created, guys. I created these shaker postage stamps. And then they have the airplane, of course, because it's airmail. And the sequence mix that's in here, you guys are going to laugh. This sequence mix that is in here is from the Not So Secret Santa, Tony, who is Craft Purge here on YouTube. She had some of this in her bag, in her packaging, and I collected it all, guys, and it had little reindeer, and all I did was take out the reindeer, but that's the sequence mix that I used in here. And this one says, sending my very best to you. That's what this one says. And here's that little airplane, guys. I cut it out in a gold foil, and I thought it was perfect for like an airmail postage stamp. This little die right here is the one that I shared in another die from Cottage Cuts, and it's called Love Bow and Arrows, and it is by Cottage Cuts. I don't have it here on my table. I probably do it somewhere buried. So that's where I got this little banner and this little heart from, and the little love from. This die, I showed it in when I made the vintage button embellishments. So anyway, this is one of the ones that I made. Now, what I used to do my shaker part, the sandwich in between, was, I'll share it with you right now, is this poster board, guys. This, not poster board, this is foam board that I picked up at the Dollar General or something like that. Usually when we pick up stuff from there, it's a little bit thinner, guys, than if we buy, the quality stuff. But this works. I had to take a sip, guys. It's thin enough that the die actually cut it. And I didn't have any trouble. Just one pass and it cut it. And what I like about this, it has paper on the back and on the front, versus when we use foam, it's a little bit harder to stick. But this has paper, so I was even able to glue some of it down. For example, I'll share one with you that I haven't put together yet. This one right here. I didn't have to add any tape to this because of the paper. All I did was add glue and glue it to my backing right here, to the postage back here. And here's the Sending My Love stamp in the red. And I embossed it in red, and this one I embossed in black. So those are the ones where I use that one. Anyway, like I said, I love the fact that it is paper on both sides, and you can glue it down. You don't necessarily have to use tape. Although when I put the acetate window, I do use the tape. So on the top part that I still have left to put on there, I'm going to use the double-sided tape, because, plastic adheres very well to to double-sided tape. So here's one of the ones that I created again, guys, with the shaker bits from that Tony had included in her Not So Secret Santa. Or her, no, I think she was in the tag swap. And that's where I got this sequence mix. Thank you, Tony. I love the way she does her mix too. And this one, like I said, it just says, send in my very best to you. And then it's got the airplane. And I did cut the airplane out of foam, guys, and out of the foil paper to give it some dimension. And I did use a piece of thin foam tape in between. And then this is flat on the frame, but this one is on a piece of pop top, or, you know, the edge. I usually don't waste any of it. So that's what I did on this one. And then the other one is right here. It's the same thing. Now, the only thing I don't like about this mix that I used in here, that these little flakes it's got static in it, and they cling to the acetate. And I wish I had used that powder stuff that you use for embossing to, you know, on this, so it wouldn't, you know, kind of cling to it. But, oh well, it's done. But this one says Love Always in here. And then I did the plain in silver. And I did cut it out in white and like 110 pound, because I knew I was going to put dimension. And it does have a dimension in between, you guys, but it's a very thin tape that somebody gifted during the Not So Secret Santa swap. And then here's that little bow and arrow that goes to that same Cottage Cuts die set. But I think it came out really, really pretty, guys. I really like this. There's the back. And then the other one that I created was this one right here. This was actually the first one I created. And I did add some of my own sequence mix in here. Sending My Love, I embossed in black embossing powder. And I felt kind of, it was like maybe a little too dark. That's why I went with the red on the other. But I'm not sure. Anyway, and then the plane right here, guys. See where it says Love Always? I was able to position the plane where this was on the center of the plane, and I like the way that looks. And again, right here, these are just sequence hearts, guys. One I put down with a piece of double-sided tape, and then the top one I put it on a pop top. And there's the back to that. But look how pretty these are. I think these are super cute for embellishments. Also, these would make great 3x3 cards, because this is under a 3x3, guys. So you could actually do a 3x3. If you look right here in the perimeter where I have it, it is a tad under a 3x3. So this would be awesome as a 3x3 card. The only thing, of course, would be that the tail of the plane would be sticking out a little bit further. But other than that, I think it would be perfect for a 3x3 card. But of course, we would have to do it maybe a little bit longer, maybe a 3.5, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. But I think, or maybe even a 4x4, guys. But I think these came out super cute. And again, I didn't know when I would have an opportunity to use the airplane. But as I was trying to decide what to create, because I have had a creator's block here lately, and I was trying to decide what to create, I remembered I had an airplane, and I thought, well, airmail. This is an airmail postage stamp. So, anyway, that's what I created. I did leave one of them that was not done, guys, not completed. So I would kind of explain it to you. And I'm not going to do it on the video because it's so self-explanatory, you guys. I cut one piece out in my designer paper that I wanted to use. And then I stamped and embossed the stamp set, or whatever I want in here. And it doesn't have to be, guys, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You don't have to have exactly the same thing that I have. Any postage stamp will do. Any postage die will do. It doesn't have to be square. It can be a rectangle. Anyway, that's what I did. I cut out I taped two together, guys, to get the frame. Hold on. Let me explain this a little bit better. Let me pull out the first thing I did, guys, I used these two. Not the smaller two, but the third and the fourth. And what I did was I cut out the bigger one right here, the fourth one. I cut it out in the solid where I was going to stamp or emboss. And then I taped that one together with the next one down and kind of make sure I had even spacing all the way around, and taped it to cut my frames out. So that's how I got my frames out of here, by taping the two together. And like I said, it cut right through this foam, and it cut right through the paper without any problems. And then after I had done that, of course I embossed the stamp, the postage stamp there, and then all I did was add glue, guys, and adhere the frame to the top of this solid piece that it cuts out. And I was able to use glue again because, like I said, this is paper, coated with paper all the way around, and it doesn't have like a waxy coat or a plasticky coat or a glossy coat. It's just matte paper. So I was able just to add glue to it, and that was it. Now the only thing needed to complete this one would be to add the sequins and add the clear acetate on top. And then, of course, after I did that, and I would do that with double-sided tape, then all I would have to do, guys, is add my my frame on top. Somehow this looks like it's not lining up. There. See, all I would have to do after that would be to add my frame. Now, if you didn't want none of the black edges showing, because you can see them a little bit right here, then I would suggest you use the white foam board. I used what I had, and I don't mind that the black shows. I actually kind of like the contrast between a black and pink and stuff like that. So for me, I don't mind, but if you mind, then I would say use the white foam board. But yep, it works, guys. I didn't have any trouble, and it was the perfect height where I didn't have to put so much sequence in, but it was enough that the sequence does move around without any problem, as you can see. And I only, like I said, I only did one pass, and it cut it out. And that's all I would do. Add my sequence, add my acetate, and then of course the frame on top, and then my plane would go up here. I'm going to do this one with the white airplane on there. And that's it. That would be my whole complete project. And of course I would add some kind of little embellishments. But if I didn't want to, guys, if I didn't want to add these hearts or anything, this will still look cute just as a stamp with the airplane there. So anyway, that's what I created, guys. I hope that you like what I created. I hope everyone has a great day today. And God bless. Bye.